Have you ever been on a plane from Panama in Central America to the Dominican Republic in the island of Hispaniola? And all around you, the other passengers are speaking Spanish? Or have you traveled on a bus on the island of St. Lucia and the other passengers are speaking Patois? And on these occasions, you cannot understand the language you are hearing. Well, I have. And I have felt lost as my brain tried to decipher the new information. Although I went through the school system at home and I've studied the 3 foreign languages, after 5 years I was unable to converse in these languages. Learning the practical side of languages from an early age would produce more students who could fluently speak foreign languages. And this can be done, for example, by taking lessons in conversational Spanish, which provides an interactive cultural experience where students are given a holistic exposure to Latin culture. The English-speaking island of Trinidad and Tobago is situated 6.8 miles from the northeastern coastline of Venezuela in South America, where the majority of the population within that country speak Spanish. Our central statistic office says our island of Trinidad has a population of 1.4 million. But from an anonymous source in Yahoo Answers, it says that only 1,500 inhabitants speak Spanish. By learning to speak Spanish, the two nations could develop improved means of communication between them. I want you to consider something. How the Lord confounded the language of the people while they were building the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11, verses 1 to 9, which caused the development of other languages and differences in culture. Consider also, today we are seeing the proliferation of languages and people of diverse cultural backgrounds and countries are coming together on a global scale. There is an increasing number of immigrants from around the globe who now reside in the island of Trinidad. They bring with them their language and their culture. They retain their native language within their families while practicing the island's English language with the island's natives. So, for example, the Chinese immigrants who speak both Chinese and English, and the South American who speak Spanish and English, and those from other parts of the world who are also bilingual. This causing a proliferation of languages which can be observed in societies throughout the world. Anne Merritt, writing for the Telegraph, wrote, "The psychological studies have found that speaking 2 or more languages is a great asset to the cognitive process. The brains of bilingual people operate differently than single language speakers, and these differences offer several mental benefits, such as becoming smarter, you build multitasking skills, you stave off Alzheimer's and dementia, your memory improves, your decision-making skills improves, and you improve your own English." Mark Fraser of the Digital Media Department of the Trinidad Express newspaper reported on Nikita Marshall, who made it her goal to become the leading provider of the most important skills in language learning, oral communication. She said that hosting camps, and native and partial native speakers are the fastest way to get children actively engaging with the Castilian language, because they pick up the language from the speakers as they present the language within specific context herein in the camp. This model is the same as if one of us was learning English from our parents after birth. It is true, the same contextual reference that we first can learn language communication. Grammar is the structure and system of a language, and it can help the student to learn a language more quickly and more efficiently. But receptive and expressive language skills are crucial, not only because they are central to all school learning, but because they establish a basis for lifelong communicative competence. The ability to put language to practical use, to expand knowledge, apply what is known, and establish creative alternatives and resolution to problems have implications for cultural reproduction and production. According to Rutt from Language Learning and the Practical Use of Language in Schools. There are those who say that learning a foreign language has some disadvantages, such as the cost of language courses and the time it requires. However, my schoolmate Carl Simmons, after graduating from the University of the West Indies, came out an economist in agriculture. He immigrated to the United States and worked on Wall Street, earning a lucrative income. And yet, he still took night classes to learn French. Carl said he knew that the firm that he works for could hire someone with language skills, which is an asset for his job. You see, the financial returns far outweigh the cost of learning another language. Bilingual students will stand out when applying for a job or when they want to study or work abroad. I want you to think about the implication of learning another language, and please try to learn to converse in another language. Thank you.